Okay, we are live. I have not done a beer review in ages. This is BeerNative. My name's Steve Jaguar. Let's get going. All right. I apologize for not having done a beer review in ages. I have been on something like 10 to 12 flights. Yeah, in the past month. And it's been a little tiring. Been to a lot of places. Israel, Spain, Canada. Yeah, it's been all over. So now apparently we've cured COVID apparently. Then I get to travel for work again like I used to before I even started this channel. And doing this stuff is becoming a little bit more difficult. I even, in some cases, brought supplies with me and just couldn't find the time to actually set it all up and get good beer and get good internet. It turns out having a stable home office is a huge advantage to having a channel. So, and by the way, Mersey Beers, glad to see you watching the channel. You haven't forgotten about me. So it's just amazing. And I've got a pretty cool beer I just had up on the screen. This weird one. Well, that's just me. I mean the beer, not me. NFT Hazy IPA. It is a collaboration between Salt and Gweilo. Salt being from upwards around Leeds. Gweilo being Hong Kong based, established by some Brits, I believe. And therefore they're feeding some of their deliciousness back into the country, which is always good. You can check out the previous Gweilo review that I did. Let's say I'll just stick a link up there once it's on YouTube if you're watching in the future. But this is a weird one, right? It's called NFT. Let's get out of the fridge. Boom. There's the real deal. It's a beautiful day here in the UK. Salt, Gweilo, and Polygon. You're probably thinking, what the heck is Polygon? Never heard of them. I will tell you in a few short moments because I'm going to share my screen and enlighten you. If you do not know what an NFT is, if you do not know what beer is, well, that this is definitely the right place. Not so much for things like NFTs and blockchains. If you think it's all a pile of crap, hey, I'm not going to disagree with you. But I am going to provide you with the information you need to make smart decisions about both beer and NFTs. Whoa, let's do this. Okay, so if I share my screen and we want to learn a little bit more about this beer, no, forget that. Let's just try the beer. Let's forget all the weird hubbub. Let's just drink it, all right? Let's hope it doesn't explode. Enough beers end up on my laptop. In the past, oh, got a lovely smell out of the can opening. It is a New England IPA at 6.5%. Let's take a look at what we're drinking here. Kind of a standard color. The lighting's not very good for you. I apologize for that, but there we go. Now that I'm out of the way. Slightly hazy, sort of fizzy. Yeah, very hazy actually. But very New England. I wonder if it's got any thickness to it. It's a little, let's say, off-ripe peachy from my perspective in color. And it smells, I actually don't know, it smells a little dank. A little bit boozy, so 6.5 is obvious. Actually smells a little bit more, 7. Heavy. Grapefruit, the usual citrus thing. It smells like an IPA. So let's give a little sippy. Probably could have been a little colder. It tastes like Citra. Yeah, the dankness was on the nose, but not on the flavor. So it's just kind of nice. I thought I put this in the fridge too long. I would actually say it's a little too warm. My bad, but it's a nice NEPA. I would say not necessarily anything that's leaping out at me as being super special other than the concept of it. One more sip, then we'll get into the concept. Very light. It does have a funky bitter. So I think it's like a NEPA made with very West Coast hops. Very, very bitter forward. Hard. I've said rubbery before, but it is a little like that. A little barky, not biscuity. I don't know what malt it is. Very light. Probably a little bit of lactose in it, but not that sweet. Maybe oaty. We could go check it out now. Let's learn a little bit more. Let's see how wrong I was. Okay. Let me just preload. Sorry, let me just preload this page, which I should have preloaded. And there we go. Let's do this. Add stream. Groovy. There we go. NFT. Here it is. I got this at, I want to say Asda. I think it was at Asda I got it. Saltaire and Hong Kong Legends Gweilo, groundbreaking new form of beer. What does that mean? All right, our first NFT beer, Hazy IPA. Okay, there we go. Citra. You can see I highlighted that because I was questioning it. So it's a Citra, Incognito and Simcoe. I'm already confused because I thought Incognito was a style of hop, not a hop itself. It should be Citra Incognito, which would be a more like extract, with more intense. Actually, if that's correct, and this comma does not belong here, that actually they missed a space here. The dry hop. So maybe, yeah, maybe they have a lazy social media person or website developer. Then that would add up because that's what it tasted like. And Simcoe, so pretty boring. Yeah, I said it was a bit boring. It's a little boring, with the exception of the Incognito, which does kind of leap out. Extra pale. Golden Naked Oats, Jumbo Oats. Ooh, I don't really know what that is. And there's, the comma's gone there. All right, makes sense. Citra Incognito. Cool. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like that. If you're familiar with those hops, I think you'll love it. Now, the interesting thing, they did have a big launch here. I've set a bunch of stuff up pretty quick. This is the one I had up. I realized I didn't have the actual page for the beer up. It didn't tell me what it was made of. But there's a whole thing here, right? Behind this, an NFT beer, an immersive community initiative for beer lovers, an NFT curious, the NFT curious. Well, we have to tell you what an NFT is. Head brewers Charlie Johnson at Gweilo and Colin Strong at Salt. There we go. How do I join in? This is the thing I thought was really curious. Powered by Polygon. We'll get into that in a moment. Does it say Grantham? There it is, Grantham. That's where I bought it. At the Asda. There you go. You want to know where to get one? Asda, these are the stores, 150 of them. Have it. You should go get one. Be a part of the NFT nonsense fun. You can do it too. There is a QR code on it, and I'm not going to hold it to the camera because then I think they're unique. I think they are. But what is all this nonsense? What is an NFT? An NFT, real quick, is a non-fungible token. And what that means is it's a financial asset that is held digitally. Financial asset that's held digitally. So what does that mean? It's just like digital money. Except non-fungible means it is a thing that can't be broken down into subparts. If you wanted to know what that was. Like $100 bill could also be represented by $101 bills. Same value. This is like when NFTs are typically art and you can't cut up art into like 100 pieces and go, look, I have a piece of the art. It's worthless, right? That's what non-fungible means. It doesn't get broken down. There, now you know what it means. You've learned. So now we have a non-fungible beer token, which is pretty interesting. I don't yet know what they mean by this, but apparently I was supposed to scan the barcode. I did scan the barcode and I pasted it into a tab and I left it. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to figure out what this means. If you're curious about Polygon as a partner, they are the ones who have the NFT blockchain, which is based on the cryptocurrency, you'd say Ethereum, but Ethereum is a form of smart contract based on a cryptocurrency that is used to power it. It's a whole other, there you go, decentralized form. You can build applications on it. So Ethereum is the back. If you were going to buy a crypto asset, I know they're all tanking right now, but that actually means it's probably a decent time to buy if you were going to speculate. Ethereum is better than Bitcoin. That's my 2 cents on that one. And you can go search for art on these Polygon marketplaces if you think they're going to go up in value. I think they're like radically overblown. It's a flash in the pan. Bad time to buy this stuff, but whatever. I don't even really know that it'll be good in the future, but it's neat. Gweilo is based in Hong Kong. Here's what I've got set up. And we're going to talk about them later. Incognito. There we go. Gweilo. There we go. All right. Now you're with me. Here's the mystery we're going to solve together. I've scanned this barcode and it's there loaded. And it's a start. So I'm doing this with you. This is 45 seconds, so you got to stick with me for 45 seconds. A beer designed by the people for the people. Everybody says that. Follow the instructions to receive my own commemorative NFT that symbolizes this beer. And we will send 3 randomly selected. And what happens? I can't see what it says. Do I have to zoom out? Yes, I accept. Of course I accept. My full name. You know my name. I actually spell my name with a PH. Hello at BeerNative.tv. Okay. Oh. That's a dog. I'm really good at this stuff. Submit. All right, so I'm going to get an email now. I don't know what that means. Guess I'm going to get an email. I'm going to go check my email while you're talking to me. And I got it from Gweilo. I did get it. I have to install a MetaMask wallet so that I can receive and claim my NFT. All right, well, that sounds like a whole bunch of weird stuff that I don't want to deal with right now. But I just thought I'd show you what was going to happen if you scan your QR code. If you buy this beer. Now I have to get rid of this. Yeah, so that was weird. I'll report back on the next show, maybe tomorrow, what happened. Did I get an NFT? Was it look like, will it ever be worth anything? No, because it takes no effort and no money to create an NFT. Not really, like a little bit, because you probably have to spend a bit to put it on the blockchain. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just did it, and that's what happened. Now you've seen it. Is the beer good, though? It's not bad. It's a really warm day out in Grantham, and I've got a lovely 6.5% Citra Incognito heavy little NEPA here, and I am enjoying it and desperately wish it was colder. My bad. Again, so hopefully you learned a little bit more about what this NFT one you can get it in Asda is. There's some interesting collaborations. I love collaborations, particularly between breweries that I don't really see or get that often. A lot of the beers I've seen from Salt, particularly the ones in Asda, they seem to have a good relationship with Asda. Particularly the single hop series, I really have not liked. And I'm sure I have some reviews where I rip it to bits. This beer is actually pretty good. And I think the other Gweilo beers I've been relatively okay with. Not over the moon. But this is nice. And beers at Asda are cheap. So the value for money on this beer is high. So that's my assessment. I'm going to give it a pretty good review, probably like a 3.6 out of 5 on Untapped. But I'm going to give it bonus points for just great marketing. It's very, very clever. I cannot wait to see what this NFT gets. If you want to see what the NFT is, I will have gone through all this wallet nonsense app stuff by tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., I am going to be, and this is why I had Spookton up earlier, I am going to be interviewing the founder of Spookton Brew Co. From out there, actually out around your way, Mersey Beers, if you're still listening. Spookton. There you go. His name is John Pugh. I catch him at a lot of beer events. He's just released Imposter Syndrome, Giggles, and Gloom. I have had Giggles and Gloom already, and I've been pretty happy with the Citra Idaho 7 combo of Giggles, and I'm super excited about the Nelson Sauvin Citra and Amarillo hops with an Imposter Syndrome. And I love the name because it's a great first beer from what is essentially a contract brewery by somebody. I remember, I think about a year and a half ago when I first started this channel, John sent me a black IPA he was working on just to kind of say, what do you think? And it was pretty good for a home done brewery. So it is, I'm excited to see what they create. And do come back tomorrow if you are, let me just do this. If you have questions for John, John will be live with me tomorrow at 8 p.m. You can get to know him. You can get to know more about the brewery and what will be forthcoming. And you will see me taste imposter syndrome along with John on the show. That is what's coming now, tomorrow, in the future. More exciting things. I'm back. I've got not that much travel, so expect more beers to come on the channel. All right, that is the end of the show. Thanks for watching. My name's Steve Jaguar. This has been yet another BeerNative beer review. I'm super happy if you're watching now. In the past? No, in the future. And Steve out.